Erini, Erinini. Erini, Erini. Erinini. Erini, Erini. Erinini. Erini, Erini. Erinini. Erini, Erinini. 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 Raise your vibration. Erinini. 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 Erini, nini, erini, 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 erinini, erinini, erini, erinini, erini, pa pam pararam, pam pa pam pa pam parararam, tararananam. Na 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 nam para param pam pa pam para pa param pam pa pam pa pam param tara 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 tam na 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 nam. My gorgeous Erinis, I want to say this to you. Oh my God. You know, the big question is about to be answered. The huge, massive, enormous, giant, like, oh my Lord, question is about to be answered to you. And this is so specifically important for your individual situations because it's to do with the long process, it's to do with an uncertainty, it's to do with you finding yourself at the stage of your life where you kind of like slowed down, but it's not even your fault, it's not even down to you, it's not even necessarily nothing to do with you, but most certainly the big question is about to be answered this December 2020. And this is going to take place specifically from the 11th of December until the end of that month. This stage, this period is going to be super important, okay? What you need to do, you need to remember to trust yourself, okay? But then at the same time, you need to remember that the conclusions are going to be almost immediately within reach. This big question that you know it's going to be answered to you is just also so important because there are other things that are going to unfold at around the end of the month, opportunities that you wouldn't normally have. This is to do with like the actual you making sure that you understand that you're on the right track, that you're on the right journey. You know, there were some confusions along the line, but most certainly you need to remember that you are also going to need a practical plan. So whatever it's happening in between the 11th of December and the end of that month, you also at the same time you need to understand that you are going to need to have a practical plan. And most certainly now it's also at the same time to take action and time to follow things through, because it's all about your own wake-up call. This will be significant, this will be important, this will be a rather powerful moment in time, because at the same time it's going to bring you this amazing opportunity. And all what you need to do, my gorgeous Erinis, just remember, be bold, be courageous, and be optimistic. Do not put yourself down, do not bring your energy down by thinking thinking negatively, you are on the right path, most certainly. Now it's time to take action, and also now it's time to do what you're passionate about. No matter what's going on, no matter what's happening in your life, no matter what's happening around you, this is to do with you, and very much so it's about to bring you a very powerful and specific moment. It's going to answer your questions so nicely, and there are going to be little elements of surprise around, but most certainly things are going to start looking up really nicely, and you will know what I mean, because it's also to do with negotiation that you're going to have in between the 11th and the end of that month, and that negotiation is going to change everything. In particular, when it comes to the actual timing, you will be able to get an important information when it comes to the actual time span. And also, on another hand, the actual April 2021, it's gonna really be mind-blowing when it comes to what's happening right now, because by the time you get to the actual April 2021, things are gonna go on the whole next level. Things are gonna go on the whole next dimension, and that in itself is gonna be remarkable, and most certainly it's going to be literally life-changing. You just have to remember that you need to trust yourself. Okay, my name is Sasha Bonasin, and I'm a psychic medium, and this is your monthly horoscope tarot card reading, and it's for you, my gorgeous Aries, and it's for December 2020. So it's for you, my gorgeous Aries, and it's for December 2020. Do you know, it's such an important time of progress. By the same time, my babies, it's going to happen when you least expected. It's brilliant, and it's karmically very powerful moment. I say karmically powerful moment. I know that can mean loads of things, but in your situation, something is going to bounce back, baby. The good that you did, it's going to bounce back. And you did something so specific within the last year, so beautiful, so unselfish, so powerful, that it created this magical moment at the same time. And that magical moment is going to come back in a sense of reward. You will be aware of it. You will know exactly what am I talking about. And this is to do with the number 78. Numerology, your number is 78, my gorgeous Aries, and this is exactly happening at the right moment, at the right time when it comes to you, because it's December, the last month of the year. The energy is very strong, the energy is very powerful, but at the same time it's rather tricky as well. It's tricky because it's draining us to the point when we feel like, oh God, you know, I can't do this, I can't do that. Yes, baby, you can do it. You can use this energy in a magical and wonderful way to actually elevate yourself. So just think about it like this. December is so powerful because it's the last month of the year, so it creates this really strong energy pull, which on another hand, instead of shifting us, it maybe brings us down a little bit, but this is only because we have this excess of this powerful energy, which we do have the opportunity throughout the month to use to the best of our abilities. So just remember, the more weird you feel, the more bizarre you feel, the more powerful the outcome of the specific situation is going to happen, because this month also you are going to have a really important conversation, very important, maybe like a meeting or a conversation, and oh my God, it's just going to turn out to be really great for you. Sorry, you're going to be surprised a little bit, and you're going to end up being a little bit indecisive, but then again, the both things that you're going to be indecisive about, two particular things, are going to be equally as important, equally as significant. They're equally going to bring you an important promise and a new beginning. Okay, promise new beginning, promise new beginning, promise new beginning. This is exactly what this month of December is going to be all about when it comes to you, my gorgeous Aries. Never mind that 78 is a very spiritual number when it comes to manifestation. This is why you have to use it wisely. You know, send your messages to the universe. Try to like do daily affirmations, you know, as much as possible, because this, you know, when you do daily affirmations or affirmation at a time when it's so fertile when it comes to our own spirituality, there is so much that you're not only going to gain out of it, but so much you're going to understand about your particular specific situation. There are lots of things that are just going to start flowing towards you in this particular way. It's not only about manifestation, but it's also at the same time, while you're doing that process, what you're going to gather and what you're actually going to get out of it. December Whether you believe this or not, my babies, it's number 78 in numerology. December, for you, it's going to be life-changing. It is one particular point that is going to be highlighted about your life, and that particular point is going to be connected to that question being answered. It's a lot to do with you kind of slowing down a little bit, but then again, it's nothing necessarily to do with you. This month is going to bring you the reason for celebration. This month is going to bring you the actual moment where not only you're going to be very inspired in an energetic way, but you will want to connect and reconnect people with the really important people in your life. You will want to celebrate something. You will want to share something. When I'm with the sharing, yeah, it's also very powerful moment you will have this month when it comes to sharing an important information. There is a certain information that you're going to have, and that information is more important than ever for you to share. What is this information going to be? You will see exactly what I mean, my gorgeous Aries. Number 78 means it's a little bit of a complex month when it comes to the actual partial loss, a little bit of regret you're gonna feel, and a little bit of regret that you're gonna feel is just gonna be connected to the relationships. It's gonna be connected to the people in your life. You're gonna kind of not bother yourself. Can you even bother yourself? Is that even can you bother yourself? Yeah, I suppose you will be bothering yourself with things in your life that you're blaming yourself for. And in particular, when it comes to maybe lack of communication, when it comes to with the certain people in your life, please understand that this month is very important for you to understand, basically, if there are people in your life who you want to make your communication, if there are people in your life who you had a communication breakdown, if there are people in your life who you want to reconnect and connect, please do so, because I'm seeing a very strong situation going on here, like someone is slowly drifting out of your life. Whether these are like a group of people and whether this is one particular person, you just need to open your eyes and just go through it and reconnect with these people. This is so important for you to do so in the month of December, because on one hand there is a lesson that you're going to learn, on another hand you will see that the things were not as bad as they were. These are the realization that you're going to have through these reconnections. But also on another hand, a certain person whom you're going to reconnect, who you haven't seen in a long time or heard from, is suddenly going to come through and it's going to be like, hello my darling, I'm here. But they will have an important information to tell you. And what you're going to gather out of it is going to be remarkable, because on one hand it's more about the way they're going to inspire you. It's the right person in your life can inspire you, like my Lord, to do all sorts of things, like great things. But on another hand, it's just all for you to see things for what they are. This is going to help you with your own reflection so much, because something is going to come to the surface, like a little idea at the same time, and you're going to be like, why didn't I do that before? What am I waiting for? Exactly, my gorgeous Aries. Just go for it. Okay, what else I was going to say when it comes to the actual 78? It's about a lot when you least expect it. Things are going to happen when you least expect it. Things that are going to require your response. But it's to do with your what you are experienced about. It's to do with what your essence is. It's also to do with the waiting, but it's also to do with the no more waiting, baby. You just do it and you just go for it. It's more important than ever to follow your intuition. More important than ever to follow your intuition, because at the same time the 12th month of the year is very strong. It's quite crucial for us and for our personal development, but it's also quite crucial to see what is making us so unhappy, and it's crucial to see and understand how we're gonna go around it. You will get this moment. You will get this point, and you're going to deal with an obstacle that is just completely going to surprise you. The way the outcome is going to be exactly 16 weeks later, 1/6, something absolutely remarkable is going to take place after you deal with an obstacle that I've just mentioned. This is due to the harmony which is about to start slowly entering your sign, and that particular harmony is going to be responsible for you having the right balance of being courageous, and you having the right balance of self-esteem and energy as well. It's a powerful moment in time when when it comes to 78 in numerology, because what you're going to do, my gorgeous Aries, you're actually going to really prove your point. You're going to do something very significant when it comes to your personal development. You're going to start up the process. By the same time, you're going to continue the process that you should be on, the progress that you should be on, the path that you should be on. There is so much that you're going to find out about yourself this month, my gorgeous Aries, just by doing what you want to do without trying to be distracted. I'm not saying that you're trying to be distracted, but without being distracted from the things that no longer serve you, but also with those things that you have got nothing to do about, okay? And also on another hand, it's just basically what you are experienced about, what you like, how you like to express yourself, where would you like your life to be, where would you like your life to go. There is a very specific answer that you are going to have, my gorgeous Aries, and I'm so delighted when it comes to you, because at the same time a very wise investment you are going to have. There are two different elements to this. One element is investing into yourself, investing into your future, doing the right things, making the right things, getting the right things going and moving on with things. And the second investment is a literally investment that you are going to have. You're going to start the progress in the process this month, and it's going to be remarkable. If you would like to invest in certain things, it's like, ooh la la, now it's time. But if you're waiting for some kind of outcome when it comes to the actual investment, you are going to have an information, something about reliability and something really positive and optimistic. It's going to take place. And that in itself, it's also going to realize that it's time of completion, and it's also where there is a completion, there is the new beginning at the same time. What else I was going to say, my gorgeous Aries, you know, a plan. You know, oh my God, this, look, I don't know, oh my God, I don't know how to even explain this, how to express myself. I'm like vibrating, like, oh my Lord, in so many different ways, like really powerfully, because, you know, on one hand, 78 is your number when it comes to the actual numerology, but then on another hand, it's just like a 7. 7 in itself is like very strong number, very powerful number, spiritual number. It helps us to, with our own reconnection, it helps us to understand things. It's very spiritual, and you are going to have a really strange and unusual sign at the same time, you know, this month. And it's going to be a very strange day that you are going to have. Something very unusual and weird and bizarre is going to take place, but it's also going to confirm to you that someone is watching over you, someone is around you, someone is with you. Like a spirit, you will be able to feel some kind of like a something, like a spirit, or, you know, you will be able to feel at around the right moment in time. And this is more going to be about your own confirmation than anything else, because you are about to find out something so big about yourself, and it's to do with a new plan as well. Number 7, it's about spirituality, about like being watched over, feeling a very strong presence at the right moment, at the right time, when you're also going to be aware of the new path unfolding right in front of you. You are going to find yourself on a new path. But it's to do with what you always wanted to do. It's the path that you always wanted to take. And you will also understand how much is on you and how powerful you are, because you're going to have that great balance. Number 8, 78. Number 8 is, on another hand, a very significant number when it comes to your fortune, when it comes to work, when it comes to career, when it comes to balance, when it comes to an important decision that you will make, but also, most importantly, you finally like going and reaching an advanced stage, you know. Wherever you are, whatever you do, you will find yourself on the next level. You will find yourself on the next stage. You will find yourself on the next step. But all what you need to do to go through it, my baby, is just pay attention to how you feel throughout the months. Pay attention to what you want to do. Pay attention to what you want to find out. If you're keen, or if you're eager, if you're like adventurous, yeah, just do it, baby. If you suddenly feel daring, like to do something, this is the moment. If you suddenly feel like daring, like to do something, please go for it. Because this is your subconscious mind already guiding you and redirecting you slowly. So these are the feelings and emotions that you're going to feel and you're going to have above all, my gorgeous Aries. So this is really, really important. Look at this. A sign. you will have a sign from the spirit. You will have a sign from the other side. It is just going to be a weird day. On one particular day, something is going to take place and you will be able to understand this connection, you know, very, very strong connection with you and the spirituality and the spirit will, and something is going to be revealed to you. On another hand, you see, it's about your own happiness. This is going to lead towards your own happiness. And what else I was going to say, and it's number 78 means, my gorgeous Aries, it's the plan of action, important plan of action you are going to have. And you will know what the plan of action is going to be. Do you know what? Like, my Lord, my gorgeous Aries, the 15th of September 2021, I know, where did I jump on 15th of September? But because this month is so complex when it comes to you, I will just go that little bit deeper, that little bit further. So the 15th of September has got a very strong connection with what you're doing right now. On the 15th of September 2021, your life is going to be changed and it's never going to be the same, but in the best possible way. Okay, so this is going to be really big, this is going to be really good, and it's to do with the new plan that you are going to have right now. It's to do with a wish, something that you wanted to do in December. I'm back into December now, 2020. It's to do with a wish that you are going to have, but also an attempt. Maybe some time ago, not that long ago, you attempted, or you were thinking about attempting it, but you thought like, oh no, I'm not too sure. Uncertain efforts, and uncertain efforts are quite bad energy, quite negative energy sometimes, because every time when we feel like uncertain efforts, they come from somewhere deep within, where it's like we are blocking ourselves from moving on, preventing ourselves from moving on, because we are unable to detect certain things about our future, like how we normally are, but we are not actually aware of it. So this is all about a shift really nicely, and it's also going to bring you like the moment of hope and confidence, and that in itself, it's going to give you the power of over uncertainty that it was holding you down before. And it's more, you know, to say you're gonna feel very ready to make a really responsible decision. And somebody who's very reliable in your life, it's also going to be playing an important role, because they will tell you something, and which is going to help you so much to understand certain elements and certain part of your own path that you don't understand. It's going to be like, oh my God, yeah, of course, it makes sense. You see, it's going to be just like that. Okay, so just remember that there is a beginning of every there is a beginning. This month is going to be evident more than ever that there is a beginning with every ending, but also the certain illusions are going to be revealed and released at the same time. The certain illusions are going to be revealed and released at the same time. You are about to rediscover a lost part of yourself, and also you're going to experience an important moment with somebody else, which is going to inspire you, but it's also going to bring you really wonderful, harmonious energy of healing at the same time. You, on another hand, the 78 means that there is going to be the little possibility of quite a little conflict this month, and I want you to prepare to kind of protect yourself from this conflict this month, that it's going to be kind of around you, and this conflict is going to be caused by others maybe having opposed opinions to you. So I would just try to say to you to like kind of like try to protect yourself. This is completely unnecessary, and it's just not going to bring you any good. So all you need to do is rise above the situation, or on the other hand, just walk away from any drama, you know. And also it is just basically you can stand up for yourself, what you believe in and things like that, but just walk away from any drama and try to kind of rise above the situation instead of kind of like having a conflict. So there is going to be kind of like a maybe situation of a little conflict, but I'm just preparing you for now. So by the time when you feel this in December, you will just know kind of, you do anything, just a little smiley on a facey face, it can go a long way. So this is something that I would highly recommend you. On another hand, you just need to kind of remember that that you are gonna be finding yourself like at the moment, you know, when you're gonna be kind of like a choosing something, and it's going to make you feel like a little bit of contemplation as well. And the contemplation, an important contemplation, it's also gonna be connected to you really understanding what to do and which way to go, which vision to follow, by listening to your intuition, by standing up for yourself, within yourself, by following your own path. There is so much that is going to be unfolded. There is so much that is going to be open. There are conclusions, you know, which are going to be within reach. But on another hand, it's an important time of your personal progress indeed. Sorry. When it comes to your health, my gorgeous Aries, I'm sorry. I'm going to have to say the same thing about the actual vitamin C and about boosting your immune system. Now it's more important than ever to keep on taking organic acerola cherry powder. Organic acerola cherry powder is a natural source of vitamin C. If you can, this comes like in like a powder form. So you take a little glass of water, baby, and you take 1 teaspoon, mix it up and drink it every single morning. And organic acerola cherry powder is going to give you a whopping amount of vitamin C, and that in itself is going to increase your vitamin C levels, and it's going to protect your immune system. I would highly recommend you to get natural vitamin D and natural zinc that you can take at the same time. Very important. At around lunchtime, if you can take maybe a little bit of like natural iron water. Natural iron water is going to be remarkable because, and also I want to say it needs to be natural, without any chemicals, without any nasty ingredients, just natural iron water every single day. It's going to help you so much to boost your energy levels, because I know you're going to find your energy levels like a little bit deflated, a little bit low, but this is purely because it's December also, and it's very tricky because it's last month of the year. So the very strong energy pool that makes us feel like very draining, but that energy we use to the best of our abilities for creation and new beginnings, because it's similar energy like the new moon energy. So you start things which are going to go so much further. Whatever we start in December, it's going to go so much further, but especially, my babies, when it comes to your case, this is important. So when it comes to the actual lunchtime, if you can have maybe every day a little bit of iron water, and this is going to help you to boost your energy levels like there is no tomorrow. It's really great to take with a little bit of like orange juice, or maybe it's freshly squeezed oranges, because vitamin C is quite wonderful when it comes to the actual absorption of iron at the same time. So they work really, really, really well together. On another hand, what else I was going to say, please, please, please try to avoid aluminium products, because you're going to be very sensitive when it comes to aluminium products. So try to avoid like deodorants, you know, aluminium deodorants. Ew, they're like full of chemicals, and they're not really good. They're really bad for us because they block our pores, and once our pores are blocked, then we just end up with an excess of like all these chemicals and toxins in our bodies. So no, baby, no. Try to stick to the natural deodorants so you can avoid this. Try to stick to the natural deodorants. And also when it comes to the actual stomach and digestion, again, I'm keep on seeing like a sensitivity, digestion, both stomach and digestion. And I would highly suggest you organic natural aloe vera juice, to sip it in, you know, sip it every time when you feel like a little bit of digestion problems. And also if you can drink like something like organic chamomile tea, it's like superb when it comes to digestion. Lots, I've spoke about it many times. Organic chamomile tea is just so much more than just a tea. I mean, so much more than just the teas. Teas or herbal teas are remarkable. They're amazing. But organic chamomile in itself, it's absolutely mind-blowing when it comes to flushing out the toxins out of the system, but also it helps you out so much when it comes to stomach and digestion, okay? And also friendly bacteria. If you can take a friendly bacteria, you're going to find this rather important. And on another hand, basically, if you are on any other medications, if you're pregnant or if you're breastfeeding, you just need to check with your doctor, or you just need to check with your GP. Only your doctor or GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications, my gorgeous Aries, or not. So now, my babies, I'm going to see what is going to happen on the first date of the actual December. But first of all, I'm just going to recommend you to get, of course, a little chakra pendant, because a lot is going to be happening in December and January. And this is going to be really good for your energy, for positivity, for optimism. It's going to help you to understand things by sharpening your own focus. But most importantly, it's absolutely necessary for the perfect balance in between your spirituality and whatever you do. This ultimately helps you to make the best possible decision. This perfect combination of little crystal also helps you to keep the right balance. You know, on one hand, you protect yourself, but then on another hand, it's remarkable when it comes to our spiritual growth. both. This comes with a sterling silver setting and the sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this is in the description below. By buying things from my channel, my gorgeous Aries, you're also supporting my channel as well. Okay, so now the first important date is going to be on the 5th of December. 5th of December, it's like a little bit of like, you know, you're gonna feel like, oh God, a little bit troubled, you know, you're gonna feel like a little bit like, it's to do with a certain misunderstanding, you know, and it's also to do with you feeling very unsatisfactory, and maybe it caused you a little bit of negativity, uncertainty, and it created a really, sorry, it created an annoying obstacle, and this is gonna become quite evident, this particular obstacle, because you're gonna start feeling unsatisfactory about certain parts and certain elements of your life. And this is so important for you to understand, because at the same time you just need to basically have your own path by following your own devotion, you know, and also at the same time something very specific, it's going to become obvious. Something very specific about your life is just going to start shining through, it's going to start coming through, it's going to come to the surface, and this is going to be absolutely super evident throughout this month. But this, my babies, it's only the beginning, and this little shake-up that you're going to have on the 5th of December, it's only going to be like a basically, it's only going to help you to actually highlight this part of yourself, and after that moment in time, things are going to start changing. An amazing opportunity, you know, it's going to be connected to this, and you will know this. In fact, 6th, 7th and 8th of December, it's all going to be about you focusing, about you having a perspective, about you feeling rejuvenated, about you feeling completely opposite to the actual 5th of December, and also about you feeling and having this, first of all, you're going to have this important information about this quite powerful opportunity, but you will know you're on the right path, you will know you're doing right things, but this is only going to be like a nice little sign for you. So it's to do with an amazing opportunity. You just need to remember, be bold, be courageous and optimistic. Now it's time to take action and do what you're passionate about. That's exactly what am I saying here. On another hand, the second important date, my gorgeous Aries, it's going to be on the 17th of December. Now the 17th of December, okay, you are going to have a very interesting advice here, and the advice that you are going to have is just going to help you to break through so much, because you're still, this is going to be kind of like a connected to the time when you're still thinking, is it the right time or is it not? Is it the right time or is it not? But most certainly this is the right time, my gorgeous Aries, because you are going to have a very strong sense of promise here when you get that interesting advice. You may be told this interesting advice like right, you know, in your face, but maybe you can gather this interesting advice by reading something, by connecting to something, by meditating, by grounding yourself, by only going into the forest, you know, reconnecting with the nature. There are many ways where you can kind of temper with this particular energy to actually further things, to make things more powerful for yourself. But it's just significant to say that also you can be like sitting and something is going to be on your mind, and then, you know, it's just someone is going to be kind of ringing in your mind, certain specific person, oh, I told you this, I told you this, I told you this, and this is exactly what you're going to remember, and this is exactly what's going to help you so much in order to actually kind of like deal with some kind of broken sequence. And this is when you're going to make a quiet, powerful decision, and it's a lot to do with your personal self-illumination, and at the same time it's to do what you're in self-denial. Now this is actually going to work so nicely in your favor. It's going to answer your question, it's going to redirect you, but it's almost immediately going to provide you with an opportunity, because you're going to start feeling very optimistic at this very moment in time. So this is very important for you, my gorgeous Aries, in so many different ways. Look, 17th, look, I just had a strong feeling for this. 17th of December, you see, you just need to remember to have patience. You will be tested on the 17th of December. Have patience. Things are going to be absolutely fine. Just have patience, my gorgeous Aries, because your patience is going to be rewarded. You will have also a moment, you know, the energy is going to be high, the emotions are going to be running high, and that can all contribute towards us maybe wanting something to happen before it's time. But I will tell you, When you come across the confusing situation, the answer to this is going to be patience. You're on the right track. You're on the right journey. Just have patience, my gorgeous Aries. It's very important. And this, you will take a risk. It's about taking a risk. Yeah? Go for it, my baby. Just go for it. If you don't jump in the water, you will never learn how to swim, my babies. Time to learn how to swim, indeed. Okay, so now when patience comes up, this is and the taking risk, this is connected to the reward that you're gonna have later on as well. The third the third important date is going to be on the 28th of December. Now, this is all about the actual and important news. Okay, but through someone who you really look up to, and important news from someone who you really like, and an important news from someone who you really know, and important news to someone who actually means so much to you. This is almost immediately going to start the process of invocation when it comes to you. So make sure that you're thinking optimistic. Make sure that you're thinking positive. So that way you don't close the door right in front of you, because this is going to be the moment of your focus and perspective, but also at the same time the activation that it's going to come through forward. What you're going to get, it's an important news, but at the same time it's the time for investment. This is an amazing time to invest, and this is going to help you so much, in particular at the time of like a bit of a crisis or calamity, and also at the time of uncertainty. This in itself, to 28th in itself, is going to be remarkable when it comes to your home, when it comes to people in your life, when it comes to like a happiness. This is going to be very highlighted here. Pleasure, peace, love, contentment, which means that this is an amazingly important time to connect and reconnect with people in your life if you drifted away. It's what I said before, it's important. But on another hand, you know, the 28th of December, the certain conflict is going to come to an end in between you and somebody else. Somebody who means to you maybe a lot, and somebody in your life whom you had a certain conflict with. This is going to come to an end. And this is really important because it's going to open your eyes, but it's also going to help you realize, do not rush into any decisions, in particular if you feel rushed. If someone is rushing and something feels off, no baby, no, because the power of your intuition will be quite strong in December, and it's going to surprise you, you know, and at the same time you use it to the best of your abilities to see what is calling you to connect and to reconnect. This is important, because what you're going to do this month is going to help you to when it comes to your own quality of life. The 28th of December, it's going to be super evident when it comes to that. What you're going to do here is going to help you with your own quality of life, and later on so much is going to change. New ideas is going to come through with this absolutely wonderful energy. But you are also on the 28th of December on the 28th of December, you're also going to be kind of you will have this sudden urge for changes in your immediate environment, where you live, where you work. Whatever changes you want to do, just go for it. The changes are important, whether we move things about, whether we bring a little bit of crystal lamp into our home, whether we bring a little crystal that we can connect with, you know, whether we just simply change things around. It's very important when it comes to the actual feng shui, like in general, you know, it's really important to keep on not only clean things, you know, like of course, yeah, but it's also really important for our energy, you know, to actually keep on moving things about, you know, because that is wonderful, because it helps us with our own energy, indeed, in so many different ways. But on another hand, you are going to feel like you want to change things about, and this is also going to come from a completely different level when it comes to your intuition. So it's really quite, you're going to find yourself, you know, liking maybe red flower and normally you like pink flower, or you're going to find yourself liking maybe like a white candle, but normally you like green candles. You know, there are going to be these certain strange elements about yourself that you will kind of start rediscovering, and it's just so important to follow it through. If you feel like buying a green candle, just go for it, baby, you know, because that in itself is going to help you to connect to something else, but also it will have a hidden meaning within themselves. Like for example, green candle, prosperity, you know, happiness, new beginning, you know, something important is going to happen. So So all these things are going to come into fruition. All these things are going to be important. All these things are going to start becoming evident here, my gorgeous Aries, indeed. You will know the 28th of December. From the 28th of December until the end of that month, it's all about a fresh start. New fresh start of the end of delays, and an unexpected progress is going to take place, and this is going to lead towards a very positive change in your life indeed. And most certainly there is going to be some kind of traveling or journey that is going to be quite evident at the same time. Okay, so now my gorgeous Aries sorry. Okay, so now I'm just going to, what else I was going to do, of course, is to offer to you Tiger's Eye pendant, because now it's more important than ever, December and January, to have a Tiger's Eye pendant, because you protect yourself against an evil eye. Sometimes, you know, unfortunately, certain people can have like a really negative energy about them, but they don't mean negative necessarily, they don't mean bad. It depends what's going on in their life, and it depends how strong their energy is. So sometimes when we are surrounded by these people, they don't mean necessarily to do this to us, but their energy is very strong, so it can join our energy, so it affects us, it affects our way of thinking, it affects our planning. So therefore I would highly suggest you to get like a Tiger's Eye, and to wear this throughout December and January, in particular when you feel like a little bit of protection, but also when you feel like you want to plan when it comes to work, when it comes to your advancement, when it comes to your development. This is wonderful little crystal, and it's very lucky indeed. I highly recommend you to get this, and also this comes with a sterling silver setting and the sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this is in the description below, my gorgeous Aries. By buying things from my channel, you're also supporting my channel as well. Sorry. So now I will just see what is going to happen in the first part of December. You know, you will see that it's time to release yourself, baby. Time to release yourself. Release yourself, release yourself, set yourself free, set yourself free, set yourself free, set yourself free. It's important because something like a wishful thinking, you know, it's coming to an end. And when it's a wishful thinking, like in this particular way, it means that it created a negative energy around us. So we are just kind of hoping that something is going to happen. But then again, by hoping something that is not going to happen, which is going to happen, then we just kind of create a certain amount of negative energy around us, because we close the door which are meant to be open. So this is why this is more important than anything. The power of our mind is just so important, like the power of our physicality. We do this, like we touch things, you know, with our hands, with our body, but then we can do so much with our mind, you know, without energy, with creativity, with creation. It's remarkable. So wishful thinking can block you up. But when it's lifted, then it's just so much that is going to follow through, especially in January, only because you will see that something is coming to an end, and you should really avoid it, because it was bringing lots of restriction in your life in so many different ways. So now that it's going to bring you a remarkable balance, and at the same time an important moment of recognition. On one hand, you will recognize exactly what to do, and this will be important, but enlightening, it's all about your personal enlightening. But on another hand, you are also going to start the process. You're going to start to focus towards the specific situation, which is going to bring you remarkable recognition later on. You will have a glimpse of it at the beginning of December. Just watch what this is. You will have a sign. You know what to do, what to follow through. Just watch this space, my gorgeous Aries, indeed. Mid-December, it's going to bring you an important person, somebody very special. It's about to walk into your life. Mid-December, it's going to bring you an important person who's going to walk into your life. They will tell you something really significant, but also on another hand, they will help you out to understand what to do with some kind of lost opportunity that you had, and how you can actually turn things around. It's fantastic because it's going to be absolutely beneficial and crucial when it comes to your future planning. So this is important, and you need to understand, do not have the fear of unknown. I'm keep on saying, please don't have the fear of unknown. Now it's more important than ever. I said to you before, if you don't jump in the water, you will never learn how to swim. Okay, time to jump, baby, most certainly. And this is on one hand going to be a homecoming time, but then on another hand, it's going to get your juices going, you know, like a creative juices, you know. By the time you get to the last part of December, my gorgeous Aries, you know, it is, look, I have a strong feeling to do this. By the time we get to the last part of December, Rini, look, this is a special little oracle card for you now. It's a lot to do with the freedom. Look, this is the time to spread your wings and fly. This is the time when you're going to realize it's all down to you. It's up to you. You're very powerful. You will do something really important, and that is on another hand going to make you feel really great and really important about yourself, but also, you know, it's about doing the right things, but it's also like just follow your own intuition. The end of December, it's all about the freedom, because the end of this December, it's also going to open a new door for you, a new portal for you, my gorgeous Aries. And it's to do with the waiting game, and it's also to do with the swift changing. It's to do with things that give you pleasure. This is exactly what you're going to need to follow through, my babies. On another hand, even like ridiculously more importantly, at the end of December, you will know that one specific powerful truth is about to be revealed. The truth is about to be revealed at the end of December. And you're going to have a very deep insights out of this situation. That, on another hand, is going to give you green light. Go for it, baby. But on another hand, this is all about expressing yourself, expressing your gifts, be who you are, do what you feel like doing, do like what you feel like is the right thing to do, dance to the sacred rhythm of life, indeed. But then again, at the same time, this is going to bring a determination. This is going to bring a really overwhelming emotion in the best possible way. And it's all going to start with truth that is actually being revealed. And there's so many deep insights that you're going to have. And you will see that the things that you were like so worried about, they were like so like, oh my God, I'm not too sure. You're going to realize that it's not bad as it is. But most certainly, the last part of December is about to bring you an important key. An important key. Okay? And you will see what I mean, my gorgeous Aries, indeed. Okay, so now I'm going to shuffle these cards, and I'm going to see what is going to happen to those of you who are in relationship. Oh, you know, those of you in relationship, 5 of Swords, you see this? There is an important reward that you are going to have. The process, something that you were worrying about. This is a lot to do with people being in relationship over the last 5 or 6 months, what you were actually worrying about. And maybe you had a bit of like a conflict in between each other. It was a bit of conflict because you wanted to do one thing, your partner wanted to do something different, but then you basically, this is important to understand that now it's to do with the worries and uncertainty that made you to have maybe a little bit of misunderstanding and conflict over the last 5 or 6 months. So now you have to kind of put a stop on a certain path and a certain progress. So now what I find rather remarkable is actually you are completely, you see, 6 of Swords. You see, it's to do with the actual making a decision. And it's to do with an adjustment, but it's also a lot to do with an escape, but it's also a lot to do with this particular situation with the fear of the unknown because of the uncertainty. So now I will tell you, where is this going to lead for those of you? There you go. This is fantastic, my gorgeous Aries. This is all about the actual good news that you are going to have. You are both going to gain this month financially. When it comes to security, this will be important because you're going to find yourself on an advanced stage, something that you expected, but there are other things that are going to become obvious, you know. And also there's certain ideas that you are going to have, and that is going to lead towards some kind of a new possibility, which is going to lead towards the actual new ideas. There is a very important idea. This is the most important thing about this reading for the couples. There is a very important idea that you're both going to have as the couple. At around the end of the month, this is going to become super evident. And that idea is most certainly something to do. Look. I mean, 2 of Cups, that's wonderful. You know, it's an amazing month. You're going to get together. You're going to want to like celebrate something as well. But there is going to be quite an important emotional moment that you will have. Because it looks like that this month, it's going to lead towards you both making a very, very big decision. Very big decision. Now it's time. Indeed. So now I'm going to shuffle these cards. And I'm going to see what is going to happen to those of you that are single and ready to mingy. Okay, King of Cups, look at this. You see, basically, there are a few different elements that you are going to have, my gorgeous Aries, this month, you know. But there is going to be the reward from the hard work that you are going to have. At the same time, when you have the reward from the hard work, there will be a quiet, powerful person in your life who is going to inspire you as well. But also, it's the greatest honor that you are going to feel at the same time. This is all going to contribute towards you feeling really good, towards you feeling really powerful, which is on another hand going to give you the certain confidence, which is on another hand going to give you self-esteem. There is someone very special about to walk into your life. But that particular person who is going to walk into your life is just kind of like going to be only the first stages and the first progress, you know, when it comes to this. So specifically, it's first of all, you are going to start the progress this month, my gorgeous Aries. So the progress that you're going to start, it's going to come from this particular person who is going to inspire you. And this is all going to come through you feeling very confident, through your self-esteem being really powerful, as already said. You will start the certain progress, certain process. This person who is about to walk into your life, it's actually going to be very specific in so many different ways, because it's going to happen. You need to understand that it's going to happen one step at a time. And even when you see that person for the first time, you're not even going to like them straight away. You're not even going to fancy them straight away. But as the time goes by, the more you're gonna like them more, and you're gonna fancy them more. It's one of those powerful, complex situations you will have. Like, you know, you go out and you see two people, and one is gorgeous and another one is not that gorgeous, and you start to talk to this gorgeous one, and 2 minutes later you're like, oh no, baby, no, there's like not much in, you know, not much that you can connect to, and then automatically they're not that gorgeous anymore. And then you start to talking to the other people who was not gorgeous at all, to the other person who was not gorgeous at all, and 5 minutes later you're like, hello, my darling. You know, it's like one of those situations, you know, that is going to take you slightly longer to spiritually connect, but it's going to bring you all sorts of feelings and emotions within you that you didn't feel and you didn't have in a long time. So it's all going to start in December when you when you find yourself on a new path, which is like a brand new thing, but it's also a lot to do with your own reconnection at the same time. It's not going to be that long until this person walks into your life, my gorgeous Aries, but when that happens, everything is gonna change. Okay, my gorgeous Aries, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I love every single one of you so much. I love you, my gorgeous Aries. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light. So I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you, my gorgeous Aries. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, psychic medium. Love you. Bye.